Well, look, as you already said, this pact has been in existence really since the Clinton days back in 2000. And its original intention was pretty straightforward. It was to help sort of facilitate, to ease trade between specifically sub Saharan African countries and the United States. And more specifically, it was also meant to help those oil exporting countries, petrol exporting countries, to make it easier to take away the tariff burden, the taxes they'd have to pay for exporting those hydrocarbons and those fossil fuels to the United States. It's been updated several times since. The provisions in the act have always been something that the U.S. has stuck to, and that is the participation. You can only be a beneficiary of this agreement if you're a sub-Saharan African country that basically follows and respects certain tenets of political pluralism. It's contingent on human rights, that is, not violating human rights, good governance, affording worker protections, and also easing access for U.S. trade and investment into the African markets concerned. As of 2020, those are sort of the latest figures that we had. There were 38 countries participating in this AGOA trade pact, and the total trade between that they were exporting to the U.S., these countries towards the U.S. tariff-free, duty-free, was about $2.7 billion. So nothing to sneeze at, but not a giant figure all the same. But it has been an act that has been updated and has to be revised every year. That is, the U.S. keeps close tabs on how well these countries are abiding by the terms of the pact that I just referred to.
And Joe Biden, he did signal that this was coming, so it's not totally unexpected.
No, and it's not totally expected given, A, what I just said, but specifically what has happened in the three countries concerned here. Ethiopia, Mali, and Guinea. In Ethiopia, their exclusion is because they are allegedly violating the terms concerning human rights violations, and specifically with respect to the widening conflict in northern Ethiopia and the Tigray region, in which the government in Abiy Ahmed has been basically accused of a brutal crackdown on the rebels in the north. So it's a human rights count against Ethiopia that's excluding them from this act. In the case of Mali and Guinea, these are two of really four countries in Africa, if you're to throw in Sudan as well and Chad, but Mali and Guinea specifically targeted by this exclusion for coups, military coups in their states, which also go against the spirit and the legal letter of this trade pact. Thou shalt not have military coups in your country that are seen as anti-democratic and violating the will of the people. And that's exactly, in Mali's case, we've had several coups in the past year and a half, and Guinea as well. So these are two countries that have violated the spirit of the pact for the United States. That is why they are on this list. I will note, however, that in the case of all of them, they could get back on the list. They could become beneficiaries again of this trade pact if they are to perhaps update or to somehow better respect the provisions of the pact. In Ethiopia's case, that is to end those human rights allegations of human rights abuses, and in Mali and Guinea's case, to basically return civilian governance to the country.